Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl just Miss J. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. And yeah, so in one of my videos I told y'all I was gonna give y'all like a update on being a mom. I have some questions I'm gonna answer according to, being a new mom, a first time mom, about motherhood, bonding, my emotional state, which is basically my postpartum. And yeah, so let's get into it. So, how are you adjusting to life as a new mom? Y'all, it's an adjustment for real because I'll go ahead and tell y'all how old I am. I'm 39, but when I found out I was pregnant, I was 37. I turned 38 during that pregnancy, and I was 38 when my baby was born. And that was a challenge because living on my own for the amount of time that I have been, I got very used to being able to go and come as I pleased and being able to just pack up and go out of town or just go shopping, whatever, without having to do anything. So it was an adjustment because then it was like, oh, so now when I go to the store, I got to pack and take her. Or going to my doctor's appointments. She had to come with me to quite a few of my doctor's appointments. And I was like, picking up prescriptions. So adjusting to life as a new mom has been challenging. It's an adjustment for me. And we're just working through it day by day because even taking a bath is a challenge. So yeah, I'll just say we're taking it day by day. We're working on it. Which leads into the next question. What's been the most challenging part of motherhood so far? I would say balancing time for myself and for my child, like getting that me time, because I like it quiet, and I know that with having children that's not gonna happen. So getting that me time and actually being selfish enough to take the time for myself. So that has been challenging for me. And just like I said with the first question, how has becoming a mom changed your daily routine? I'm having to do stuff earlier that I need to do before she wakes up. So I'm learning that there's no such thing as nap time for me as an adult. Like I said, I'm having to wake up earlier to start my day, to take a bath. I'm having to go to bed later to make sure she's asleep. And when I was working, I was having to wake up, make sure I was dressed and ready, and then get her up and dressed and ready, and make sure she's fed before she goes. But when I was working, I was taking her to my mom's house. When I was at my job teaching in Rockdale, she would stay with my mama for the week. So that didn't really mess up my daily routine. But when I first had her, I had to adjust the times I was doing things. So waking up earlier, yeah. How do you manage your time between caring for baby and taking care of yourself? I struggle with that. So currently I am in therapy. So my therapist is helping me to get back to me. Because like I said, this has been my biggest adjustment. So I'm making sure I get some time for myself. I'm making sure I go places by myself. But the time for baby, I manage her time fine. It's just managing mine. Has your partner or family supported you in adjusting to this new phase of life? Yes, my family, my sisters, my mom have been a great support. That's how I ended up back in my hometown. Her dad was good support when I was living with him, but I felt like he wasn't understanding of the fact that postpartum was real, and that for me this was a really big adjustment, and that I really was not happy being a mom. So yeah, my family has been there for me a lot. Like if I need to go and run errands, my mom will watch her so I can go run errands by myself and don't have to take her out. When I, like I said, when I was working, my mom was watching her. My sisters, because they were staying there, they would help out too. My nieces have been a very big support, very big, because they are spending time with her, doing things with her, and they will, when I would come home to visit, they would watch her so I could take a nap or so I could get some rest. So yes, my family has been my biggest support, but I'm thankful for my nieces because they are spending time with her, they're loving on her, and yeah. Have you found any useful parenting tips or hacks that make things easier? No, I have not. And I am open to suggestions in the comments below. How do you balance rest and sleep with caring for the baby? Sometimes I try to nap when she's napping, but I felt like that is the dumbest advice that someone can give you as a new mom, is to sleep when baby is sleeping, because there's so much other stuff to do. But I do, as soon as she goes to sleep, I'll spend at least 30 minutes to an hour by myself, and then I'll go to sleep. But I balance my rest. I do rest when she sleep. That's really when I get my rest, is when she's taking a nap or when she's asleep for the night. So that's how I balance it. Are there any parts of motherhood you weren't prepared for or found surprising? I wasn't prepared for the newborn stage, like when they first come home, but my newborn stage looked different from the traditional one because my child was in the NICU for almost a month. Well, for about 3 or 4 weeks, for about 3 weeks. So I was not prepared for what all goes into being at home with a newborn baby. The crying, the waking up every 2 to 3 hours, feeling like a zombie. I was not prepared for that. But I didn't find it surprising because everyone kept telling me, your life is about to change when your baby is born. What has been your favorite moment since becoming a mom? Honestly and truly, and I hope I don't get any slack for it, but I have no favorite moment. Like, honestly, I can't even think of a favorite moment since becoming a mom, because I'm still adjusting, and I'm just trying to give myself grace. So, what's one thing you learned about your baby's personality so far? She's very silly. She's very stubborn. She's very much she's very much aware, alert. And so she's always looking at what you're doing, what's going on around her. Like, she takes everything in. So I will say she's very observant, alert, happy baby, always smiling. Like I said, she's silly, so she's always doing something smiling, and it makes me smile. How are you handling feedings? I wanted to pump and try to breastfeed, but because, like I said, she was in the NICU, I didn't do that. I tried the pumping, but it wasn't working for me. So she is formula fed, and in the beginning, like I said, that newborn phase, that waking up and stuff, it was a struggle, but we got there. And she's doing good now, because right now my baby, she turned 8 months on last Tuesday, so she's doing good with formula feeding. Like, we're handling it really well. Like, I'm paying attention to her cues. I'm picking up on it. I know what she needs. How does your baby communicate their needs? And have you learned, how have you learned to respond? Well, like I said, then she'll cry. And that's how I know she's hungry. Like, if she gets really, really fussy and antsy, I can pick up on that. I can pick up on when she's wet or she poops. But she really communicates her needs like that. When she's sleepy, she'll rub her eyes. And, you know, what milestones has your baby reached that you're excited about? She's trying to crawl. She's doing the babbling, so that means she's trying to talk. She's already said dada and mama, and actually said mom, but she's trying to crawl, so she's doing the little scooting thing, and she actually does crawl, but she just won't let her knees touch the floor. How has your bond with your baby grown since birth? It's gotten closer. I mean, I felt like I bonded with her when she was born in the NICU, but I felt like I was cheated because I couldn't really see her the first 2 days. So we had to bond at home, and I feel like our bond got better once her dad went back to work, because then we had our moment to connect and bond. So I feel like it's definitely better now because I'm with her all the time. So sometimes, like, letting her stay the night at my parents' without me, I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I kind of want her with me, even though I would like for her to be over there. I just be wanting her with me and me only. How have you been feeling emotionally since the baby's arrival? It's been up and down. At the beginning, I had my days where I would cry. Her crying would make me cry. It would make me very nervous, very on edge. But now my emotions, very much anxiety. I was very anxious when she was born because I really didn't know what I was doing. But now I'm feeling balanced emotionally. Have you experienced any feelings of anxiety or overwhelm? How are you coping with them? Like I said in the previous question, yes, I have anxiety. I am taking anxiety meds for it. I had anxiety before pregnancy, but it got worse after the baby. And I'm taking meds that I take once a day, and I'm also doing therapy because my doctor said therapy would help as well, other than just medication. So I'm doing therapy. What has surprised you most about motherhood on an emotional level? You know, nobody really prepares you for postpartum. So nobody really prepares you for the range of emotions you might feel. Like that, they'll tell you about the depression, and the anxiety, but nobody tells you about the rage you might feel or the resentment you might feel. And that's what surprised me most, was resentment. A lot. It definitely surprised me because I never would have imagined that. And then being easily irritated. Like, I get irritated anyway, but I got irritated a lot after she was born. Easily. Have you found any outlets for stress relief or self-care during transition? Therapy. Talking to friends to vent. Self-care. Still doing my usual, getting my nails done, listening to music, playing games on the phone to help with stress, like mind puzzles. type games. How do you manage moments of stress or frustration when they arise? That I'm struggling with, because I don't like to sit in my feelings in the moment. So through therapy, I'm learning how to sit in those feelings and process it right then and there. So when moments of stress or frustration arise, I'm learning to step back, take a deep breath, and think about what's going on. Why this is happening in the moment, and then deal with it. But definitely processing it, talking through it with someone. Who or what has been your biggest source of emotional support or support in general since becoming a mom? My teacher bestie for emotional support, and a mutual coworker that her father and I have has been a great source of emotional support as well as general support. And I would say teacher bestie has been a good general support. My sisters have been a great source of support and emotional. They've definitely been there to pick me up when I need it. Have you been able to talk openly about your feelings and experiences as a new mom with others? Yes, with my teacher bestie, and my other teacher friend. I've been able to talk openly about my feelings with my therapist because it's non-judgmental. Have you joined any mom groups or sought out support from other parents? No, I have not. And sometimes I feel like I do need to go to some type of support group or join a mommy group for especially new mommies, or be around experienced mommies. So like I said, y'all got some ideas? Drop it in the comments. How do you ensure you're maintaining your own mental health while caring for your baby? Therapy. I'm going to therapy. Journaling. I'm trying to get into it. You know, the iPhone have the journal app, and I've been trying. And some of the topics I don't like at all. So journaling. Yeah, trying to do something. But with my mental health, definitely therapy and trying to journal. So, what are you most excited to do or experience with your baby in the future? I'm excited to watch her grow and become the young lady that she's going to become. I'm just ready to see what her little personality shine through and her experience different things, especially things I didn't do. And just excited to see her grow, just turn into the young lady she's going to be. How do you feel about balancing motherhood and other aspects of your life, like work or hobbies? Child, working in education and being a parent, I know firsthand from teachers that it's easy to give your all to your students and your child loses out. But for me, I feel like that's going to be a challenge. I also feel like when you're in a relationship, that's a challenge, because sometimes the relationship definitely changes. And I'll get into that in another video. How do you envision your parenting evolving as your baby grows? I definitely feel like it's going to change, because right now, I spoil her. So if she pouts or look like she's getting ready to cry, I'll pick her up and be like, hey, what's going on? But I'm trying to break her out of that. I feel like when she gets older, I'm hoping I'm not the pushover parent, but I don't plan to be super strict, but I don't plan to be super lenient. Like, I want her to know I'm not your little friend, but I also want you to feel comfortable to come and talk to me. So I definitely will be taking the approach with her like I do when I was a counselor, the open door policy, where if you have a question, a concern, please feel comfortable enough to come and talk to me about it and not go to your friends or anything like that. I just feel like my parenting is not going to be sheltered, but it's not going to be lenient. It'll be a nice medium. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because I have no schedule, and I was supposed to have been gave y'all a video about life after baby and never did. Also, like I said, tips on parenting, if you have some, please drop them in the comments below. Some parenting tips or hacks that can make things easier with adjusting the motherhood, or just, you know, some little advice on how to balance being a mom, and being a mom, a girlfriend, being a mom, a wife, work life, all of that. Like how to balance any and every role that you have. And also some support groups or mommy groups. Just FYI, I do not have Facebook, so if you suggest a group on Facebook, I don't have it, so I can't join anything on Facebook. But just some groups where it's a generalized, and I can look and see if they got it in the area that I'm in. But yeah, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Drop those tips and advice and everything that I asked for with the questions in the comments as well. And until my next video, bye.